It's great to have a clean and tidy home, and this only holds value when there's warmth, care, joy, and love within it. Our home begins with what we feel and desire. These are ideas on the shelf, memories on the walls, comfort and affection in the room, family at the table, the celebration that emanates from the kitchen and fills the living room, balcony, hallway. We fill our rooms with our stories. We open drawers of emotions, collect records, get moved. In this video, we'll explore this precious universe, our home, highlighting 10 reflections that will keep your home always tidy and lead to a lighter and more peaceful life. Welcome to Quinta Essência. Number 1. What is a living home? Our home is alive, it accompanies us. And at some point, changes come knocking at the door, bringing with them a new cycle. It's time to make space, move furniture or objects around, and refresh your ideas. As writer Lena Gino states in her poem Tidy House, "A house with life is one that we tidy up to make it our own." Tidy your house every day, but do it in a way that leaves you time to live in it. And recognize it as your place. So, don't miss the opportunity to create pleasant moments, make memories, slow down, and recharge your energies. Organizing life means setting priorities, and most of the time, that means doing less. Get organized, do less, and live more. Number 2, organization, a natural talent? Organization isn't always a natural skill for some people. For a large part of the population, staying organized is a challenge. But contrary to what most people think, it can be a learned and sought-after talent. Organization is a process, a daily effort that requires willpower and, most importantly, a change in habits. There are many reasons why a person might struggle to stay organized, one of them being lack of time. In our daily lives, we have work, household chores, interpersonal relationships, and often it feels like there's no time left for anything else. But that's precisely why we need to organize ourselves as a way to redeem time, to use it wisely for things that truly matter. Keeping things organized helps create a productive routine focused on what really matters. Number 3, precious time versus organization. Typically, those who claim not to have time tend to procrastinate, mismanage their time, and easily get distracted from their responsibilities and tasks. This leads to a sense of physical and mental exhaustion at the end of the day, with the feeling that nothing was accomplished, that the day wasn't productive. Time passes the same way for everyone, but some people can make the most of it, use it wisely to create the life they've always dreamed of. Another essential aspect is establishing a routine, which is crucial for those who want a more organized life. Planning what we'll do today, tomorrow, and next week, for example, helps us stay more focused on our tasks, leaving our minds free to be productive without distractions or worries. If we are constantly on edge, worried about things we have to do, we can't focus on the present moment. Sometimes we want to be more organized and learn techniques to make things less chaotic. But there's no one-size-fits-all formula, as each person functions uniquely and every routine is different. Even our motivations for spending more or less time differ. Number 4, change one step at a time. Another piece of advice is to respect your pace when adapting to organization. Don't try to change everything overnight. Change small daily habits. Commit to organization, but don't try to take on too much at once. Go slowly but be consistent. Will you continue to put off your dreams because you believe you don't have time to pursue them? Or will you establish a productive routine that helps you achieve your goals? Will you continue wasting time dealing with the mess in your home? Or will you create and practice actions that help you keep your home tidy every day so you spend as little time as possible on cleaning and maintenance? Transformation happens daily and gradually. In her book, How to Clean House When Your Life is Chaotic, writer, therapist, and speaker K.C. Davis suggests 3 expressions for efficient home organization: without hurry, calmly, and with kindness. It's important to remember that space exists to serve you, not the other way around. So, instead of seeking a universal ideal, search for what satisfies you and brings a sense of accomplishment. Number 5, global living with less movement. It's a fact that there's a global movement that values living with less in all aspects of life. We can't leave organization out of this mindset, starting with the home, which is the topic at hand. Having huge homes filled with spaces and cabinets in every room used to be a consumer's dream. The more cabinets to store items, the better. Today, thinking about having a home with spaces to store things that are rarely used sounds strange, indicating that our understanding of organization and consumption has changed. We need to understand that everything we own requires care and management. Care takes time, and time is precious and scarce to spend on things we hardly use. What we truly want today is time to be and exist, not to have what we don't need. Only what's necessary is sufficient and makes our routine lighter. Number 6, the ideal, everything the right size for our needs. Doesn't it make more sense to have a home of the exact size you need, with the right amount of furniture, objects, and clothing for what you use and require? So let's go further. The fewer things to take care of, the more time for yourself. This is why in organization it's often said that less is more. For example, we easily notice in some friends' and families' homes enormous sets of pans and plastic containers which are used occasionally for cooking. Does it make sense to have all of that? Based on this inconsistency, a movement has emerged worldwide advocating for living with only what's necessary. Number 7, but what is necessary, anyway? We were raised to believe that wealth is about accumulating possessions. Having many properties to generate income, owning a lot of gold in the form of jewelry. In the end, we spend all our time managing this wealth, which causes a lot of stress. This leads to expenses on sleeping pills, wake-up pills, medication for depression and anxiety. But wasn't the desire to have all of this? This is where this movement emerges, contrary to everything we've learned about accumulation. In this new way of thinking, the trend is to have what's necessary, what provides tranquility, independence, and happiness. Splurge only on good feelings, spend more time on creating memories, that's what's worth accumulating. Experience life. Accumulate the good and sweet memories. Number 8, signs that lack of organization is affecting your life. Some signs are evident and help us realize how much a lack of personal organization affects our lives. We often downplay the importance of organization, which hinders a change in attitude. Observe how much time you waste looking for things, or at what cost you pretend that the mess in your cabinets and drawers doesn't exist. We know that when the house is disorganized, it's a consequence of inner disorder. And vice versa. The easiest and quickest way to start a change is in your own home, at your work desk, with your documents in no particular order. It's like magic. When one part is organized, the rest falls into place. One step at a time. Number 9, want to try it? Daily life becomes much easier when things have obvious and easy to find places. What's out of sight is out of mind. If it's not remembered, it's not used, and if it's not used, it's not necessary, right? So, the key is to understand what's useful, stop buying what you don't need, and avoid unnecessary expenses. These changes will reflect in other aspects of our lives, like our careers and even our relationships. The results appear quickly. The moment a person decides they want to get organized, the mechanism starts working. Pieces fall into place, and a sense of well-being is immediately perceived. Number 10, home, a place of harmony. Our home is our place of refuge. It's where we land at the end of the day and prepare ourselves to face the world again the next day. It shelters us, makes us feel safe and at peace. And this works much better when everything is in its proper place. How about an exercise? Take a minute to observe what you really need, right in the space you're in at this moment. Then expand to other rooms, and lastly, think about the habits that are necessary and good for your life. Discard or donate what serves no purpose. You'll feel much lighter, entering a delightful and new cycle. Give it a try. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to watch more content. Thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.